Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Today we are taking a look at a new villain created by Zarami. It is the Faithful, who I believe is an original character. I'm not certain where the art is sourced from, but this is some anime girl who uses a stand, apparently, and I'll tell you right now, I don't know shit about stands. You'll have to look at the villain rules as the game progresses. She is going to be fighting Concentration Eldritch. We're getting into Earth Prime variants now. A Renegade Cricket, Redeemer Fanatic, and returning is the Watcher. She's actually the last of the returning heroes. I figured it wouldn't be fair to, just leave her there by herself. So she's going to get another shot at glory. They'll be fighting in the Sunnydale Graveyard. So, start of the game, Faithful Hunters play Chosen one side up. The stand on the tower's side. So this is the tower, is the stand. Reveal cards from the villain deck till H-2 servants are revealed. Put them in play, shuffle the deck. So, we got a couple of servants. The start of the villain turn, if there are 15 or more cards in the villain trash, flip this card and the villain stand. Whenever the Faithful would be dealt damage, reduce it by X, where X is the number of followers in play, then discard the top card of the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a target, put it into play, otherwise discard it. So, pretty straightforward there. Here we go. It's another servant. This happened to me in the test game also. End of turn, let's reveal the top card. It is not a target, it gets discarded. The servants say at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target the highest HP, 2 melee damage. So it'll be 2 to Fanatic, 2 more to Fanatic, and 2 more to Fanatic. Alright, she's doing good. Eldritch is going to start off with the All-Seeing Eyes of Abraddon. At the end of your turn, you may remove 2 tokens from this card. If you do, up to 2 players draw 2 cards each. So his power is discard a card, add 3 tokens to a spell. If you want to supercharge Eldritch, if you feel like he's not already overpowered enough, this is how you do it. Draw a card, remove 2 tokens from this, he'll draw 2 cards, and let's have Watcher draw 2 cards. Yeah, that's better. I guess I'll play Acoustic Distortion, and then we will Orchestrate. Let's reveal the top card of Watcher's deck. We'll put that in her hand, draw a card. Alright, Fanatic is actually here to deal some damage. Brutal Censure, one of the servants, and then heal and draw 2 cards. Watcher will start with Flurry of Blows. Whenever you switch character cards, the Watcher may deal a target 2 melee damage. And then she will Scry, reveal the top 3 cards of her deck, discard any of them. I don't actually want to discard any of them, so I will draw that one, and draw that one. Sunnydale Graveyard plays Dalton. This card enters play, search the environment deck and trash for Ancient Crypt and put it into play. If you search the deck this way, shuffle it. Okay. Increase damage dealt by vampires by 1. Start of the environment turn with the top card of the villain deck. Alright. When this card enters play, move a relic from the villain trash into play. There aren't any. There are relics in this deck, though, so... Increase damage dealt by the villain target with the highest HP by 1, and change the type of that damage to Infernal. Okay. Each hero can use the following power. Search your deck and trash for a relic and put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it, destroy this card. Who's actually got relics? Fanatic does. Eldritch does. I don't think Watcher does. Okay, Eldritch could potentially use that. I actually think having Eldritch use that would be a very good idea, because Fanatic's got Absolution. Okay, 1 card in the villain trash, so we continue. The Executor. Stand user and follower. Increase damage dealt by the Faithful and followers by 1. Both of them, unfortunately. And he deals some damage at the end of the turn. Speaking of which, top card of the deck is the Prophet. Reduce damage dealt to the Faithful and followers by 1. Oh, this is a bad combination. Okay, so the servants are dealing 3 damage to everybody but Eldritch. End of the villain turn, the Executor deals the hero target the lowest HP 2 melee damage. If a target is destroyed this way, play the top card of the villain deck. That is going to be Fanatic. That's 3. And at the end of the villain turn, the villain target lowest HP that isn't at full health regains HP. That is that follower, who's literally the only target who's taken damage so far. Alright, Eldritch. He's already got a ton of relics in his hand, though. Let's play the Staff of Gormaz. And then, we'll go ahead and use the power in Ancient Crypt. And grab the Locarno Scrolls, because I don't have those in hand. Shuffle that, and destroy that card. So, start of my turn, destroy a spell to add 3 tokens to a spell, and I can add 2 tokens to a spell. Draw a card. Can't use All-Seeing Eyes of Abraddon yet. Oh, let's do Before the Thunder. Draw 3 cards, reveal the top card of the villain deck. Haven't seen that one before. Again, let's reveal the top card of Watcher's deck. Alright, it's Study. I want to put that into play, so we'll have her discard a card, draw a card. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Alright, Fanatic plays Absolution, and she will hit the Prophet for 2 and draw a card. Watcher will play Indignation. A Wrath character card is not in place, so I switch to Wrath. And she deals a target 2, 3, 2 melee damage. Power Fist Strike deals a target 3 melee damage. Reduced to 2, almost took that guy out. He's going to heal himself, unfortunately. Draw a card. Let us discard a card and draw 2 cards. Oh, we forgot to get rid of this guy. Damn it. I actually could have done that. Well, play the top card of the villain deck. Strong Faith. The Faithful regains HP. She's at full. Each villain target regains 2 HP. That's the Prophet. Faithful deals the 2 heroes the highest HP, 3, 4 radiant damage each. That is Eldritch. We will Acoustic Distortion that onto Fanatic, and then Cricket. Oof. That guy needs to go. Stuck in the Ground. When this card enters play, reveal cards on the top of the environment deck until a newborn is revealed. Put that card in play, put this card next to it. Shuffle the remaining revealed cards of the environment deck. We get Ramon. Increase damage dealt to the newborn next to this card by 1. The newborn next to this card is destroyed. Destroy this card. Alright, Dalton does nothing, and the environment turn this card deals a hero target with the highest HP 4 melee damage. We'll have Eldritch take that. Alright, 2 cards in the villain trash. The Faithful plays Corrupted everywhere. All environment targets gain the keyword follower. Whenever a follower would deal damage to the Faithful or a follower, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. Alright, these guys are dealing 3 damage. Let's see, Watcher takes 1, Eldritch takes 1, and Cricket takes 1. The Executor hits the lowest, that's Cricket, and the Prophet heals himself back to full. God damn it. Alright, start a turn, I can add 2 tokens to a spell. Let's do that. Will not destroy one of my spells. Guess I'll play Ever Watchful Eye of Elos. Draw an additional card during my draw phase. Power. I'm going to move a token off of All Seeing Eyes onto Ever Watchful Eye, because those are definitely different things. Hit Dalton for 1 fire damage. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Let's play Telescoping Staff. She's going to Telescoping Staff. Hit Dalton for 1 and play a card. How about Chirp? I'm going to discard 3 cards and deal 4 targets 4 sonic damage each. Let's kill Dalton and hit the Prophet and that guy and one of the servants. Draw a card. Alright, Fnatic is going to Final Dive Ramon, destroying Unquiet Grave, into the Prophet, and then Power Absolution, take the Prophet out. So now at least they are not reducing damage and or healing. Draw a card. Let's play Crescendo. When this card enters play, you may play a card. At the start or end of your turn, you may destroy this card to switch to your Wrath character card. I will play Battle Hymns off of that. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, the Watcher deals a target 2 energy damage. So, Power. She is going to Fist the Executor, draw a card, discard a card to draw 2 cards, and then discard a card to deal a target 3 energy damage. Drop the Executor. Alright, all the damage increases are gone. That's good. Sunnydale Graveyard plays Zachary Kralik. He's got a Nemesis symbol, so you know he's bad news. Increase rating damage dealt this card by 1. End of the environment turn. This card deals the highest HP hero target 3 melee damage, and then he deals himself 1 psychic damage. Whenever this card takes damage, increase damage dealt by this card by 1. Okay, so he hits Watcher. We will Acoustic Distortion that onto Fnatic. He hits himself for 1 and gets +1 damage dealt. 4 cards in the villain trash. Strong Faith happens again. She hits the 2 highest for 3 each. That is Watcher and Eldritch. End of turn, reveal the top card. It gets discarded. These guys are doing some damages. Yeah, hit Watcher for 3 and Fnatic and Eldritch for 2. Okay, let's add 2 tokens to a spell, and play Hand of Hashem, which lets me play an additional card during my play phase. Off that I will play Auspicious Augury of Agrazul, and if your turn you may remove 4 tokens from this card. If you do, up to 3 players use a power each. Let's go ahead and use the Staff of Gormaz. I'm going to hit Zachary Kralik for 1. See if we can drop him. And then I'll take all of the tokens off of All Seeing Eyes of Abaddon, put them on Auspicious Augury of whatever the fuck that's called. Draw 2 cards, take 4 tokens off of this. 3 players use a power. Fnatic will hit a Servant for 3. Watcher will take out a Servant. And I don't really think Cricket wants to use extra powers, so Eldritch will use his base power, I think. Throw 3 tokens on All Seeing Eyes of Abaddon. Alright, let's do Voice Mimicry and play the top card of Watcher's deck. Consecrate. Oh, excellent. The Watcher deals 2 radiant damage to all non-hero targets. That'll be 3. 4 to this dumbass. How cool is that? Drops a Servant. 3 reduced to 2 to the Faithful. Discard the top card of the villain deck. That was worth doing. Power. Let's do Telescoping Staff. Hit Zachary. And okay, I'll do Mecha Navigation. Place or discard each card. And she will let herself draw a card and draw a card. Alright, Fnatic's going to play Holy Nova. Discard the top card of the villain deck. That guy takes 2. That's about it. Really shut up and dance. She'll kill Zachary Kralik. Draw a card. Watcher will play Tranquility, which is like Crescendo except for the Calm character card. And off of that, I can play a card. Let's do Empty Mind. Draw 2 cards. Switch to the base character card, which means she can deal target 2 melee damage. Drop that last Servant. So she will Scry. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, once again, I don't want to get rid of any of those. So I'll draw that one. Draw that one. We'll discard a card. Draw 2 cards. Destroy that to switch back to Wrath. Deal target 3 melee damage. Discard the top card of the villain deck. Discard a card. Deal target 3 energy damage. Discard the top card of the villain deck. And then I will destroy this card. Switch to Calm, which is after you switch to a different character card, you may play a card. And deal target 2 melee damage. Discard the top card of the villain deck. That was pretty good. Sunnydale Graveyard plays Fiendish Warrior. In the environment turn, this card deals a hero target with the second highest HP 3 melee damage. First time each turn this card is dealt damage, reduces damage dealt to it by 2 until the start of the next hero. So he is hitting anyone but Cricket. I'll have him hit Fnatic. There are 15 cards in the villain trash, so the villain flips. So the stand is now Eye of the Lord, and she is Divine Gift, which looks pretty similar, but she's a little bloody and crazier, I guess. Start of the villain turn. If the Faithful didn't flip this turn, shuffle the bottom 4 cards of the villain trash in the villain deck. Then if the villain trash is empty, she flips back. Whenever a card enters a trash, Eye of the Lord deals the hero with the highest HP 1 irreducible radiant damage. At the end of the villain turn, Eye of the Lord deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 radiant damage. So I don't really know why the stand is here, but it basically just means that you're getting around heroes being able to retaliate against the villain's damage. I mean, this could very easily be the Faithful dealing the damage. In this case, it's not, and so, we can't attack it. She plays the Collar of Belief, stand user and follower. Alright, end of turn. Eye of the Lord hits the highest for 4, that's Cricket. End of the villain turn, reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck, put the follower with the highest HP revealed this way into play, and discard the other revealed cards. So, we've got 1 follower and 1 not follower. We get the Doubtless, who for some reason is a Warhammer guy. First time a villain target is dealt damage each turn, this card deals a source of that damage for projectile damage, and then that gets discarded, which means we hit the highest for 1, and that'll be Eldritch. Speaking of whomst, I will add 2 tokens to Auspicious Augury. I'll play Obscuring Orb of Ouroboros, as well as, I guess, the Medallion of Madrasos. Alright, power. Let's do Medallion of Madrasos. We'll remove a token from a spell and destroy this ongoing card. 1 damage to the highest, we will Acoustic Distortion that onto Eldritch. Draw 2 cards. Take 2 tokens off of All-Seeing Eyes of Abaddon. Let Cricket draw 2 cards. Let him draw 2 cards. Didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but oh well. Swarming Frequency. Oh, actually would work because we got rid of that ongoing card. Alright, let's do Swarming Frequency. Might not help, but we'll see. I'm going to Orchestrate. Orchestrating Watcher's deck has been very good so far. Eruption. Watcher deals a target with 3 fire damage, switch to your Wrath character card. That sounds good to me. Let's discard a card, put that into play, so she'll do 3 fire damage to the Doubtless, take 4 in return, switches to Wrath, which means she can deal a target 3 melee damage, and then I can play a card. Let's do Consecrate again. Deal 2 radiant damage to all non-hero targets, make that 3. Oh, that's a demon, not a vampire. He doesn't take extra radiant damage. Cool, draw a card. Fanatic will smite the Transgressor, take out the Doubtless, heal 1, draw a card, 3 damage to the Faithful, draw another card. Alright, I'm going to play Tranquility again. Off of that, I'll play Mental Fortress. Whenever you switch character cards, reduce the next damage dealt to the Watcher by 2. Less helpful because of the irreducible damage. Oh, speaking of which, card went in the trash, card went in the trash, so Eldritch and Fanatic each take 1. Power, let's do 3 melee damage to the Collar of Belief. Draw a card. I need to be careful with discarding cards for this stuff, so we won't discard to draw extra. I will discard to do extra damage, however. Yeah, discard a card. Highest takes 1, that'll be Cricket, and do 3 energy damage to the Collar of Belief. Oh yeah, and then I can switch to Calm. Let's do that. I will destroy Tranquility, which means another damage to Eldritch. Switch to Calm, 2 damage to the Collar of Belief, dropping her damage to Fanatic. Alright, Sentinel Graveyard plays Dracula. Oh boy. Starting the environment turn, the hero target lowest HP deals each other hero target 2 melee damage. End of the environment turn, deals the hero target with the second highest HP 2 melee damage. When this card is destroyed, shuffle into the environment deck. Okay. Fiendish Warrior hits the second highest for 3. That can be anybody. Oh, I guess Watcher will take that because she reduces it by 2. And then he hits the second highest for 2, which again is anybody but Watcher. Fanatic will take that. Alright, start a turn. 4 cards shuffled in the villain deck. We play a Servant, that's fine. They don't do anything special now. End of turn, the highest takes 4, that's going to be Eldritch. And then the highest takes 2, that is Cricket. Oh wait, that's not true. Shit, I forgot about Swarming Frequency. Okay, this guy should be dead, so we could say that Dracula hit her for nothing. And then, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radiant damage and 2 melee damage to him. Okay, so we get 1 more free hit. Start a turn, I can throw 2 tokens on a spell. How about that one? I can add a token to 3 spells. 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 there. Alright, Wheels of Wayan, so I can use an extra power during my power phase. And Volatile Elixir. Power number 1, Volatile Elixir. Destroy this card, I will throw 3 tokens on the Obscuring Orb of Ouroboros. Power number 2, Staff of Goramaz. I'm going to hit the Faithful for 1. Oh yeah, that went in the trash, so Dracula gets taken out and shuffled into the environment deck. Hit the Faithful for 1. I'm going to move. Let's see, everything's doing well on tokens. Okay, so we won't move any tokens. Draw 2 cards. First, All-Seeing Eyes of Abaddon, we will let Cricket draw 2 cards. We will let Watcher draw 2 cards. Auspicious Augury of whatever. Cricket will Telescoping Staff, hit the Faithful for 1, play before the Thunder. Reveal the top card. That's an ongoing. Sure. 1 damage is actually going through now. Watcher will take that. Fanatic will hit the Faithful for 3. Watcher doesn't actually have anything to do, so Eldritch will discard a card and add 3 tokens to a spell. And then I can move 2 tokens off of Obscuring Orb of Ouroboros. Select a target until the start of your turn. Prevent the first damage dealt to that target each turn. I guess that will be Cricket, because yeah, that'll be fine. So she gets a half immune to damage. Okay, start a turn, destroy Swarming Frequency, 1 damage to Cricket, it is prevented. Let's do Return Pulse. Hit both of those for 1 sonic damage, draw 2 cards. That goes in the trash, we'll hit Eldritch. Power. Telescoping Staff, hit the Faithful for 1, let's play Voice Mimicry, and do Watcher. Vigilance. Darn, reduce damage dealt to the Watcher by 1 till the start of your next turn. Switch to your Calm character card, that didn't work out that time. That goes in the trash, that goes in the trash, so that means 1 to Fanatic and 1 to Cricket, draw a card. Fanatic's going to play Undaunted. As long as she's the highest, she is now immune to this ping damage. 3 damage to the Faithful, draw a card. It's time to play Devotion. Start of your turn, add 2 tokens to your mantra pool. Then if you have 10 or more tokens in your mantra pool, remove 10 of them and switch to your divinity character card. Alright, Power, I guess she is going to Bide. Reduce damage dealt to her by 1. Draw a card. Yeah, I can discard a card. Draw 2 cards. Cricket soaks that. And then discard a card. No damage because it goes to Fanatic. 2 energy damage to the Faithful. Alright, Sunnydale Graveyard plays Harmony. And the villain turn, this card deals the second lowest HP hero target 1 melee and 1 sonic damage. Discard the top card of each deck. Oh, this is cool, because the second lowest is Fanatic, and she soaks it. And then we discard the top card of each deck, and Fanatic also soaks all of that. There goes that ongoing card. Nice. Okay, there are still problems, but things are getting slightly better. Shuffle 4 cards into the villain deck. We get the Executor again. Oh boy. Alright, Eye of the Lord hits Cricket for nothing. The Servant is going to hit Watcher for 2, and the Executor is also going to hit Watcher for 2. Oof. Alright, start a turn. I can add 2 tokens to a spell. Put them on Auspicious Augury. Destroy a spell to add 3 tokens to a spell. I don't want to do that quite yet. And token up to 3 spells. I got spells. Alright. Alright, and I can destroy Hand of Hashem and get Auspicious Augury back up to 4. And then for my first card play, I will play Hand of Hashem. And I really have nothing else I want to play. Okay, power number 1, the Locarno Scrolls. Draw 2 cards, play 2 spells. Damn it, I didn't get anything I want. I'll play Illusions of Eidolon just because I don't have anything else. Power number 2. And let's do Staff of Goromaz. Ping the Faithful for 1. Draw 2 cards. Alright, 2 tokens off of All Seeing Eyes of Abaddon. We'll let Cricket draw 2 cards. We'll let Watcher draw 2 cards. 4 tokens off Auspicious Augury of Agrazul. Let's see, he will use Concentration. Throw 3 tokens back onto that card. Oh yeah, she's no longer immune to damage, but that's fine. Cricket will Telescoping Staff the Faithful, play before the Thunder. Oh, finally. Reveal and replace. That's a 1-shot. And Fanatic will do 3 damage to the Faithful. Okay, Cricket is going to play the Sonic Amplifier. Let us orchestrate the Watcher's deck. Pray, add 4 tokens to your mantra pool. Then if you have 10 or more tokens in your mantra pool, remove 10 of them, switch to your divinity character card. You may draw a card or return this card to your hand. Okie dokie, we're going to discard a card to play that. 4 tokens in the pool, and throw that back in her hand. Draw a card. Let's see. Fanatic will Brutal Censure the Faithful. Draw a card, and then hit the Faithful for 3, and draw a card. I should be trying to get rid of the Executor, but I kind of don't care right now. Start of turn, 2 tokens in the mantra pool, and then I'm going to pray, put that up to 10, remove 10 tokens, and switch to the Divinity character card. That worked out. Put that back in my hand. Increase damage dealt by the Watcher by 3. End of turn, switch to your base character card. Alright, I switched cards. I'll deal a target 5 melee damage. Power, the Watcher may deal 1 target 2 radiant damage. Play up to 2 cards. So let's do 4 radiant damage to the Faithful. First card play, Consecrate, 4 radiant damage to everything. Kills the Servant, kills the Executor, 5 damage to the Vampire. Card play number 2, Flying Sleeves. The Watcher deals a target 2 melee damage twice, so make that 4 and 4. To the Faithful. Cool. Draw a card. End of turn, I can discard a card, draw 2 cards. I can discard a card, deal 4 damage to the Faithful, and then end of turn, she switches back to her base character card, deals a target 2 melee damage, and we win. Wow, good job, Watcher. She definitely reclaimed her place. Let's take a look at the rest of the Faithful's deck. Fall from Grace. If the villain's stand is on its Eye of the Lord's side, increase damage dealt by villain targets by 1 till the end of the next villain turn. If it's on its tower side, flip the villain and the villain's stand. So that's kind of cool. She can just flat flip in the middle of the fight. Divine Punishment. Discard the top card of each deck. Each player destroys a card that shares a keyword with the top card of their trash. If the villain's stand is on as the tower side, the Faithful deals each hero whose player didn't destroy a card this way H radiant damage. Imbued Object. This is the relic. If the Faithful's on her Divine Gift side and the villain's stand is on the Eye of the Lord's side, she and the villain's stand cannot be flipped. At the end of the villain turn, discard the top card of the villain deck, which means extra ping damage on the flip side. Then if the top card of the villain trashes a follower, put it into play. Show Your Worth, ongoing. At the end of the villain turn, the H followers with the highest HP deal the hero with the highest HP 1 melee damage. If no damage is dealt this way, discard the top card of the villain deck. And of course, remember, if you've cleaned out the villain play area but the environment is full of targets, they can potentially be followers as well. Blinded by Faith. The Faithful deals each hero target H-2 radiant damage. If the villain's stand is on its Eye of the Lord's side, reduce damage dealt by hero targets by 1 until the start of the next villain turn. Call for Help. Shuffle the villain trash and reveal cards from it until H-2 followers are revealed, put them into play, and discard X cards from the top of the villain deck where X is the number of targets put into play this way. If no card entered play this way, play the top card of the villain deck. And that's it. That's actually a pretty good fight. Straightforward. Took me down to single digits, but not like super difficult, so yeah, good like mid-range villain with some interesting mechanics. That is it for this one. You can find the Faithful on Zarami's Vault. As always, Tabletop Simulator, Reaver Sentinels called in DLC, Zarami's Vault, Bad Sky Sentinels mod, and all scanners assembler. Not licensed for anything against products. Please support the official release and flip.